Hi YouTube friends, I'm Heidi Villegas with Healing Harvest Homestead, and I was getting ready to do some blending for one of my clients, and one of the things that she needs is a little help with sleep. And sleep is a big deal. So today I'm going to talk about herbs and essential oils that are really helpful to support a good night's rest, just that rest. It's so important. If we don't get a good night's sleep, our whole entire body suffers for it. Our mind, our heart, our digestive system, stress levels. I mean, sleep, it just affects all aspects of our being. So even weight loss. There's clinical studies now proving that getting at least 7 hours of sleep a night, good restful sleep, is really important for losing weight. So anyhow, I'm going to just dig right in here so this doesn't get super long. I'm going to just share with you some information about herbs that I have here, as well as essential oils. And you're going to see that some of these herbs actually have essential oils too. So we'll talk about that. One thing I want to mention is this. I love using herbs and essential oils together. And the reason is that they create a very powerful synergistic effect between the two preparations. It's kind of like when you want to combine an herbal tea with maybe a different kind of a tincture just to really create the beneficial healing that you need. Well, essential oils are the volatile oils of the plants. They're usually steam distilled for the most part. There's other methods too. But these are the aromatic compounds from the plant, and they contain certain chemicals that are very difficult to extract in alcohol, water, and other things. So in this way, when you use them together, you're able to get a broader range of the benefits of the plants. So it's just really a great thing. So let's go ahead and we're going to start with the herbs. So I've got lavender here, and obviously all of us are familiar with lavender. This is from my garden, and lavender contains compounds called linalool acetate and linalool, as well as others, but those are the main volatile oils, and they help you relax. They're clinically proven, well studied to help you relax. This is lavender essential oil. Lavender is one of the plants, one of the many hundreds of plants that contains volatile oils. And if a plant contains enough volatile oils, you can distill it and gather essential oil from it. Next up is chamomile. This is German chamomile, and it's really my favorite to grow in the garden and also to use in general. And it is wonderful for being a nice, calm, soothing relaxant, especially for children. Chamomile is one of my favorites. And then here I've got Roman chamomile essential oil. I also have German chamomile essential oil in there as well. So Roman chamomile, though, essential oil, I prefer, if I had to choose between German or Roman, I prefer it for helping with sleep. It's not a blue oil. German chamomile is very wonderful for inflammation and things like that. But Roman chamomile definitely has more of an affinity for sleep and rest. Okay, next up, herbally, we have passion flower. So passion flower is a plant that I love to grow, but I admit I struggle to grow it because it is a native to the southeast part of the United States. It loves heat and it loves humidity. So if you're in an area like that, it's very likely that you can grow passion flower. Passion flower, actually, let me go ahead and talk about passion flower and skullcap together. This is skullcap, and I do have this growing in my garden. I love it. Passion flower and skullcap on the continuum of a lightweight plants to stronger plants. These are kind of like your mid-range mild sedatives and nervines. They just help you calm and relax. And I really love using these two or working with these two together, especially if I'm using lighter weight herbs like lavender and chamomile. If I need a little more oomph in my formula, I'll go ahead and add one or both of these. And these really do a nice job potentiating each other too. There are no essential oils for passion flower or skullcap, you might notice. So this is where just using herbs can come in very handy. All right, next up we have valerian root. this stuff smells. And I just want to tell you, I'm standing here smelling it right now, and I am starting to feel very relaxed and maybe a little bit tired, because valerian acts very, very strongly on our systems, and the odor molecules contain compounds that actually help us to rest. Hence, we've got valerian essential oil. Valerian essential oil is extremely powerful, and I love using it for very difficult cases of for people who have difficulty sleeping. Now, valerian is kind of special because not everybody can use it. There's a very small percentage of the population. Estimates are around 4%. I've heard as high as 8%. Who have difficulty taking it because it can actually cause crazy dreams and tossing and turning and more activity at night. But for most of us, it just knocks us out. Okay, so I really love it. That's what it does to me. I love valerian. And I wanted to just show you this special essential oil. This is spikenard, and it is a relative of valerian. It's also the root that's used. And there is an essential oil for that as well. And this is one I keep by my bed on my nightstand. And if I wake up in the middle of the night, I will just breathe it in and enjoy it for a moment or two, and I go right back to sleep. It's a pretty amazing essential oil. I should say most of the time I go back to sleep. If I have a very active mind, so sometimes I lay there and toss and turn, but most of the time when I just take a whiff of that in the middle of the night, I'm knocked back out. All right, I wanted to just talk with you about a few more essential oils I've got here. So I wanted to talk about two of them. No, I didn't together, but that's okay. All right, so the first one is Ylang Ylang. Ylang Ylang by itself is not a super wonderful helper for getting to sleep, but in a synergy, it's great, because what it does is it calms anxiety and it makes you feel happier. It's a floral. And it's extremely powerful. So if you do blend with Ylang Ylang, just know you only need a drop or two. You do not need very much, because it can actually cause headaches. So when I'm making a blend with Ylang Ylang essential oil, I keep it to the lowest part of the blend, because it can be very overpowering. By the way, it's also an aphrodisiac. Alrighty, next up is Clary sage. I love Clary sage in terms of helping with women who are in menopause or perimenopause, or who are experiencing hormonal imbalances, especially when there's a sleep problem. Just like lavender, Clary sage is very high in linalool acetate and linalool. These, again, are very, very calming, soothing compounds, and this smells really good. So if you're especially a woman and you have trouble sleeping, maybe consider making a blend up or just diffusing a little bit of Clary sage. You don't need very much of it. It's also very strong. So this next one is sweet marjoram. Now, you can order different marjoram essential oils, and you really need to make sure that this is Oreganum majorana that you're ordering, because it's this species of sweet marjoram that is so calming and soothing and relaxing to our souls and our spirits. And I just want to mention that I have a blend that I shared with everybody on my YouTube channel. I think it's been about 2 years ago, but this is what I use for my own blood pressure. I rub it, I make a little massage oil, I rub it on my chest, my shoulders, my neck, and it is immediately calming. Essential oils are amazing for the emotions and the mood. And you know, when you're just like, you know, really intense, and I'm a very intense person, I'm very type A, but sweet marjoram is extremely helpful, and it's one of the ingredients in that, by the way, as is lavender. But I really love sweet marjoram in a combination for sleep too. All right, next up is cedar wood. Cedar wood is a favorite of mine for diffusing, especially with children. You can blend it very nicely with Roman chamomile and lavender and make a beautiful blend that's safe for kids. And by the way, men love cedar wood too. And this is, there's different cedars and cedar woods that we talk about. I need to do a video just explaining the differences because not all of them are true cedars, okay? But just know that cedar wood is good. And you can use the cedar, the sweeter cedar wood, that's Cedrus atlantica or Cedrus deodara. Those are the Middle Eastern cedars. Or you can also use the Juniperus virginiana species, and that's the one that comes from America or North America. And that one smells more like cedar, like wood. So it's pretty interesting. The true cedars don't smell like the cedar that we think of when we think of cedar here in our country. But the Juniperus virginiana does. It smells like cedar wood. Very beautiful, and men love it. All right, here we've got coriander. Now, you wouldn't think that coriander would be in a sleep or relaxation blend, but coriander also contains compounds that help to relax you, and I really like using it in conjunction with some of these others. All right, so if you want to check out my deep sleep tincture, or you can use it as a tea with herbs only, I'll put a link up here. If you want to take a look at my calming blend that I use for my own blood pressure, just helps to relax and really tones down the parasympathetic nervous system. Super helpful for sleep. I'll put a link to that too. And if you would love to learn more about plants and medicinal herbs, I would so love to have you join me in the Confident Herbalist tribe. It is definitely the best way to learn herbalism and to learn about the plants and to learn about the essential oils, because I'm in there every day and I have tons of helpers who are experienced herbalists, and with over 50 master classes right now, and more are coming every month, as well as fun projects and things like that we do. It's really neat. Got a full search engine. It's completely indexed. So join us in the Confident Herbalist tribe. It is extremely affordable for what it is. And I just want to say this too. If you're going to learn herbalism or aromatherapy, it's wise to invest in your education. If anything is worth learning, it's worth investing in. All right, so there we go. I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. I'm Heidi Villegas with Healing Harvest Homestead. I have free gifts for you. Please go ahead and look in the description below for the free gifts, and I hope to see you on other videos. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.